Hey everyone, welcome to our basement talk with me and my co-host of the Learning Vibes podcast, Dr. Annie Ranking. How are you, Annie?
Good. I am so excited to have these basement talks. It is a way for us to stay creative. It is a way for us to continue to share our ideas about the artistry of learning. So if you are interested in hearing more about our podcast, we are on any podcast app. You can find us Learning Vibes, or you can find us on our website at www.learningvibespodcast.weebly.com. We also obviously have now a YouTube page, so you can definitely subscribe to this YouTube page to get more information from us. But today, Dave's really going to take the lead, and we're going to dive into deep reading and what that means during this time of COVID-19, sheltering in place, and how we might have a lot more time to read. Dave.
Yeah, well, Annie, on two different episodes of the Learning Vibes podcast, I have announced that I don't read fiction.
Yes.
And we have gotten some hate mail over the fact that I announced that we don't read fiction. So this is my time to clear the air a little bit. I don't read fiction, but I do read a lot. And I remember that when I taught high school and when I taught undergraduate first-year college courses, my students were always amazed. I would ask them, what is the most important tool that you need when you are reading? They said, well, you need the thing that you're reading. Well, yeah, and what else? And I would get crickets. So I would say to them, where's your pen? Where is your paper? Where are your highlighters? I know people that when they read, they even use a series of colors of either highlighters or markers, where maybe a green highlighter means a main point, a red highlighter or things that they resisted to. They have a whole system. But I want to challenge you as you're stuck in place, whatever you're reading, whether it's fiction, whether it's nonfiction, think about that reading is not just moving your eyes over the words. You know, Annie, growing up, I was a fairly poor reader, and I don't know if you ever had this experience, but I had it regularly as an undergrad. I would read, say, 5 pages in a textbook. I would know that I had been sitting there and my eyes went over every word. But when I finished, I had no idea what any of it said.
Yep.
And I'm sure you were always a better student than I am, but so you probably never experienced that. But here is the point. I mentioned in a couple of these basement talks ago that I am reading a very good book, a very hard book by John Dewey called Art as Experience. And this is true of most any book of mine you look in that I have read.
Wow.
You will see that I have made it my own. I have bled all over it. I have boxed things. I have written things in the margin. Some of it is strictly summary, but some of it is points of disagreement. Some of it is my own experiences. But one thing we know from the literature on good reading requires generating, not just taking in, but putting out. So my challenge to all of you as you're stuck at home and reading things is summarize it, react to it, get on paper your interactions with those things you are reading.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So I have been looking down because I wanted to try to bring up for you all. I do the same thing, but I do it in a little bit different way. So I sometimes will have books from the library, or sometimes I do audiobooks because I drive so much. But something that I do is I text myself. And so I'll text pictures of things. Oh, nope, I'm trying to find it. But I'll type out certain things, or I'll text myself things. And I'll just have I hope you can't really see my screen, but I just have gobs and gobs and gobs of things that I have texted myself about books. The books I do own, I do have a strategy. I do like a little light bulb for things that are like, oh, that's so awesome. I do a star next to things that I already knew, but like, hey, yeah, you're supporting me. And then I might like underline other things. And so, yeah, I think that is how you deep read. And I feel like that's how you continue to learn. Because I do remember in college reading over things and thinking, I couldn't tell you anything I just read. But when I started to take notes and I started to really engage in the learning of that, that's when I really started to have it. So yes, I would challenge our readers to do the same thing during this time.
And I find people are very resistant of that, to that, until they try it and see the benefits of it. And then they can't, I found that many people then can't go back and read any other way without a pencil or pen in their hands.
Absolutely. Yes.
Hey everyone, once again, please check us out at www.learningvibespodcast.weebly.com. Get our podcast wherever your favorite outlet for podcasts, wherever that outlet may be. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and feel free to drop us an email at learningvibespodcast@gmail.com. So go read, and go read deeply, because reading can motivate your own sense of learning and artistry.
Take your pen with you.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Annie.
Yep. Everybody have a great day.
Bye.